Hello, my friends. Welcome to my Debbie Reed at Cards03 YouTube channel. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Kingston, Idaho, and today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable card. And this is how it stands up. And then you would do your sentiment on the back. And this is from the Garden Patch, the Storybook Garden Patch. It also has a coordinating stamp set, and this is a card that I made a while back with the Storybook Friends, and it also stands up, and then also you would write on the back of that one. These are so adorable. And so today we're going to do the little garden patch, and I'm going to show you what you need to make this card. A blueberry bushel card base. You're going to need a white for the center for stamping, and you're going to need another white one for the back of the card for your sentiment. And then we're going to cut out the pieces of paper from the Storybook Moments set. All the dimensions and sizes will be in the link below. And we're going to also use a arch from the Everyday Arches. Love this. The first card that I showed you is also from the Everyday Arches. You can do so many things with this. I just love this die set. So let's go ahead and fold the card and get started creating it. So you're going to take your card and fold it in half. And then you would score it at 2 1/8 and fold it back again. If you don't want to score it, you would just fold it back. Just make sure your sides are straight. And then your crease should be straight. So there's our card base. And we're going to take our designer series paper and go ahead and put that on the inside of the card. I love this paper in this set too. It's just so adorable. So we're going to put this down. This is a great card for people like myself who like to garden. And there's so many cute pieces in this set. So, oops, I didn't get enough glue there. 1 second. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to take these cute little strawberries. It can be positional, and yes, I like it better this way. So we're going to go ahead and put this down. This is the other side of that paper that I used the bunny card. Cute paper. Okay, we're going to put this right here. And then on the front fold, we're going to add this piece that matches the inside. And you're not going to see a lot of this because we're going to have it covered with the arch and some other things. Okay, this gets lined up with the height of the one that it's going next to. So this Mono Tumble glue allows you to move it so it's in line on the top and bottom, and then you want to try and have an equal spacing in between. All right, now we're going to do our stamping. And this is so fun. So I'm using just straight Memento Black ink. And I'm going to take our pitchfork. We're going to place the pitchfork down. And then we're going to stamp our trowel. Then we're going to stamp our lettuce. And our carrot. And then we're going to stamp our beet. And then we're going to stamp 2 of the strawberry. And we are going to stamp the green bean. Then you would color them which I'm not going to do on the video, but I am going to show you how they look when they're colored. So you would have your little beets, or your little beet. You're going to have your green bean, your strawberry, your carrot, your lettuce, your trowel, your pitchfork, and another strawberry, because I said we're doing 2. And this is what they look like before you color them. So you could color them, you could die cut them and then color them too. So anyway, that's that. Then you're going to need some little strips of, I used pecan pie. You need 2 of them. And then you're going to die cut those, and you would end up with this. So you have 2. And the cute thing with this is it has little slits where you can put your little trowel in, you can put your pitchfork in, your vegetables in. This is so cute. So your little carrot could go in there. So I'm going to show you how to put the card together that we're doing on this video. We're going to take these and we're going to place the carrot over here in this little slat. And then I'm going to put the beet in this little slat. And then we're going to put our pitchfork behind here when we put the card together. And I'm going to put my little lettuce. It's going to go in between here. So it's not going to even go in this slat. It's just going to kind of lay in here like that. So, all right. I guess I'm just kind of playing and not showing you. So let's go back to the card. We're going to place our little items on this little arch. So let's go ahead and do our little, we're going to glue these down, take these out, glue these down, and then I'm going to trim this side because it's going to overhang. So let me do that real quick. Going to trim this off. Okay, we're going to glue this down. I'm not gluing on the top because you don't want to glue those slats. You want to leave that open so we have a place. Oh, it helps if I use the right bottle. Okay, ooh. You don't need as much glue as I just put there. So when you have these smears, you just rub it on here. Okay, we're going to glue that down. Then we're going to get this other one, and it's going to just overlay here. So let me cut this one down. I'm going to pull this over more. Let me glue it down. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down first, and then we'll cut it. So it's going to come to this side and kind of be in alignment there. That looks good to me. I'm going to glue that down right there. Then we're going to trim this one off. Okay. Now we're going to add our little carrot. Put that in here. And we're going to add the little beet. Like that. And then I'm going to place this pitchfork on here. So I'm going to put a dimensional, a little mini dimensional on the handle and on the bottom. I'm going to put 2 of them on the bottom. My husband's out there pounding on something. Okay, take these off and place this just under here. And I want the pitchfork to kind of go under there too, just a tiny bit. Okay, so that's going to go like that. Then I can put a dimensional on the back of these 2 items. Peel the paper off. and it's just going to go right under here. Just like that, and that's going to hold this down. Move that a tiny bit. There we go. Then we're going to put a little dimensional on this other one. Okay. And it's going to just lay like that. Okay, then we're going to put our lettuce down. And I like this bottom end down, and it's just going to get glued. It's not actually poking up. I am going to poke up the back end of it, so it's going to have a larger dimensional on here. Okay, and we're going to tuck this just right there. Actually, I need to go the other way, don't I? It looks better this way. Okay, just changed how I did it. I'm going to have to put a dimensional, a little mini under this other side. Okay, we're going to put 2 of them. So one's going to go right there. Well, off of my finger. Okay, we're going to put another dimensional right here. Okay, there's our lettuce. Then we're going to have our little trowel come in here, and that was supposed to go on that little slat. I'm making a mess here. This isn't going how I planned. Okay, hold on. We have to move this over so that we have room for this little trowel. And it's going to go right there. All right, now we got it. Okay, now you would stamp your sentiment here. And I have a sentiment that will go right in the center there. Sending sunshine your way. And it's going to go right here. Then we're going to glue our little bean and our strawberries on this edge. So they're going to be popped up. So before we do this, I was getting ahead of myself. When you color these, they bleed through. So you're going to want to cut 1 extra bean without stamping and 2 of the strawberry. So you're just stamping just the solid piece. So got those. Okay, and then this one. So we're going to glue this to the back of this so that you don't see it when you flip the page over. That part's very important because otherwise you would see this bleeding through on the back side of your card, and it does not look pretty at all. So this is just to cover. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Okay, this is going on this way. That's so that when you open this, okay, let me just show you. When you put this down and you flip the page, you're seeing the white. Otherwise, you would be seeing that awful color on the back side, and that just does not look pretty at all. So that's why we're doing this. So we're going to cover the strawberries also with the glue, just so that the backing just looks pretty on the back side. And these just line up super easy, one for the other one. Another plain one. And where did I put it? Well, I don't see where I have it, so we're going to just put it on a already stamped one, and I'll re-stamp another one. I don't know where I put the plain one. I had it, but I'm not going to have you wait for me to find it, so we'll just go ahead and put this on top of one that's already stamped. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this, and then we're going to pop one of the strawberries up. So I'm going to glue this flat, like that. I'm going to glue one of the strawberries flat. Let me see how I want this to hang in here. I think that's going to go like that. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Okay, we're going to put some glue on the bottom of this. And then we're going to pop the other one up just to give it a little bit of character. And I'm going to pop that one up there. Okay, we're going to put just a couple dimensionals. Put 3. You want to make sure your dimensionals are not popping out where you're placing this though, because you would see those on the back of your arch as well. So let's put this down. Okay. And that's going to go like that. Make sure you don't see that on the back, and we don't, so that's good. On my card, I'm seeing I popped this one up and I popped the beans up and I tucked this one under, so it's whatever you want to do. I think they both look cute, but I'm kind of thinking I like what I did on this one better. So pop up the bean, pop up the strawberry, and tuck this one under. That might be better. We're going to continue on. Okay, now we're going to glue this down, and you're only gluing this side. So I can see I want to stay. I'm going to put my finger here where I don't want this. And I'm going to glue just this side and stay within where my finger is. Don't want to go past that or it'll stick to the inside of the card. And that wouldn't be good. Line this up so that I can line this up. And I just want this centered from top to bottom, left to right. And glue it down. And there's the inside. This is so fun. And now to do the little back of the card is just exactly what I did here. And you can see the two differences in my cards. Glued down and popped up, and then popped up and one glued down. I think they both look cute. And then the back side of the card, like I said, you're going to stamp whatever you want here, color it, and then whatever your sentiment's going to be. And that is our cute, simple, easy little card that stands up adorable, and you would see it like that. Hope you liked the video. If you need to know what sizes of anything, it will be in the link below. Go make something uniquely yours. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye for now.